Hello again. History teaches us that when ideology and science get mixed up, the outcome is seldom promising. One thinks of Nazi Germany, where Einstein's theory of relativity was rejected because it had been formulated by a Jew. We remember too Soviet Russia in the days when it was ruled by Stalin. Genetics and the concept of natural selection were both rejected in favour of pseudoscientific suppositions which were more in accordance with the Marxist ideology in favour at that time. Precisely the same thing is happening in the modern world, in disciplines as varied and disparate as medicine and archaeology. I thought I'd give an example which I came across a couple of months ago in the magazine Science, in an article to which I give a link in the description to this video. It's about the Neanderthals, the human species which lived in Europe and Western Asia before modern humans. The article is headed by a photograph which I've used as a thumbnail for this video. It's a reconstruction of what Neanderthals might have looked like. It will be observed that the picture showing the Neanderthals has them looking like people. There is not the slightest evidence for this idea, and it is completely different from any of the reconstructions which appeared more than 5 years ago. It is completely unscientific because there is strong genetic evidence that red-headedness was a thing among the Neanderthals. In other words, they tended to be pale and a lot of them had red hair. This image of the Neanderthals as black people is entirely political. It's part of a trend which feels that black people have not featured very much in European history so far, and so it's time to redress the balance a little. It's all of a piece with the inclusion of black people in films or television dramas set in medieval Europe, or the claim that black people lived in Roman Britain. In short, the scientific study of archaeology is now finding that political ideology is dictating must be accepted, regardless of the evidence. This trend, of course, began a few years ago. In 2018, the Natural History Museum in London unveiled a reconstruction of a Mesolithic man whose skeleton has been uncovered in Britain in the 19th century. The new bust showed him as being black, which it was claimed was consistent with the genetic evidence. There was great enthusiasm for the idea at first. On the 7th of February 2018, New Scientist magazine confidently reported that the first modern Briton, who lived around 300 generations ago, had dark to black skin. However, the fraud quickly unravelled, and within a week it was already obvious that it was about as plausible as Piltdown Man. The week after the New Scientist had endorsed it, they published an editorial in which they recanted and agreed that the idea that its reconstruction was accurate was probably not true. There's absolutely no evidence that either the Neanderthals nor any other prehistoric Europeans were black, but portraying them as such is being done to fit in with the spirit of the age, not because there's a shred of evidence for such an idea. As in Nazi Germany, politics and science have become hopelessly entangled, which does not bode well for the future.